Well, hello everyone. Today I'd like to do an impressions video for Farm Manager 2018. Now the game's been out a few weeks. It was available for early access to some people a while back, and there have been quite a few videos done on it, but as a very avid player of management games, I would like to give my impression. The game itself, I think, is very well done. Of course, please remember this is all my opinion. You're not to take this as gospel, but I am a very experienced management game player, and I do feel this game has been done very well, in my opinion. Hi, Farming with Charlie. Welcome to the stream. We'll go to a game I've been playing since I downloaded it a few weeks ago, and we'll just have a bit of a look around. Now, from other videos that I've been watching out there, I've been watching them to see if I, to help make up my mind whether I wanted to get it and give it a try or not. And from what I saw from other videos, I thought it was good enough to warrant me trying it out anyway. Now a lot of people have been bagging the graphics of the game, and I want to stipulate that this is not a simulator. This is not a first-person shooter or an RPG or a massive online player game of any kind, where the quality of graphics in those sort of games tend to enhance your experience. This is just a simple management game, and in my opinion, the graphics are perfect for it. Very well done. So I would like to give you a look around and let you see what I'm on about, basically. Charlie, the 12-hour stream is over, mate. We did go for 12 hours. I did have a break in my 2 sessions, so my streams are not actually 12 hours long. If you put a sleep time in between my 2 streams, it was 12 hours. So sorry about that. Now I'll go through a few things in the game, what I think is good. Personally, I don't see what they really need to add more to the game. I have heard on the grapevine there will be mods later for the game, perhaps even DLCs. But here's the farm I started. Yeah, I had a 4-hour sleep in between, Charlie. Now, everything you can do on a farm can be done here, pretty much. Even, well, more really. The map does have seasons. It does have 4 seasons every year. We're currently at the about 3/4 of the way through spring. If you look at the top right there, there's a little there's a half circle there that will rotate, and the little arrow there indicates what part of that season it is. Now it does follow tradition. You can't well, it's senseless in the middle of winter to be ploughing, cultivating and planting seeds, because they won't grow. I have found no, I can't ride a cow. I have found that orchards yield you a lot of money a couple of times a year. So and they're a permanent plant, so you don't have to go fooling with them every year. The cherry trees are currently being watered. It tells you there what's happening at the moment, and the watering has finished. What I have found, that greenhouses are a must for winter time, because the greenhouses will grow and reap fruit and vegetables all year round, even in winter. The crops do vary, and if we go have a quick look through all the ones I've got here now, tomato, they're growing. That tomato one my workers are harvesting, and here is the list of the workers that are currently working on that. Here we've got red peppers, strawberries, a perennial plant, which means they will continually grow. They will grow, get harvested, grow again, get harvested. Cucumbers, they will grow and get harvested, then you will have to plough it, cultivate it and seed it again. They only have the one growth stage, so do the potatoes, tomatoes. Tomatoes, I think they grow again. I can't quite remember. Yeah, I think they do, yes. More strawberries there. Pumpkins, you will only get one harvest out of that. Hi Robert Mueller, welcome to the stream. And you can dig it up and cultivate it and plant something else, or pumpkins, whatever you want to plant in there again. Cabbage, the same thing, they'll only grow the once, you harvest them, etc. Now, a big thing in the game, because you don't do any work yourself, you've got to hire workers. And the workers, and you get a notification when they've finished harvesting the tomatoes. The workers you get, you can hire with different skill abilities, which do help in every aspect. It's no good having a tractor driver digging up your greenhouses. Let's just pause that for a minute. But they will do it if you have no other workers available. So what we've got here is a tractor driver. That's 4 out of 5 at that skill, and you can click on them and you can spend money to train them up like that. Now she's the best. Sophie's the best she can be at being a tractor driver at the moment. They will, if required, they will ask to be, become skilled at another profession. As far as I can tell, every worker can have up to 2 skills. But anyway, that was Sophie. This one here is, well, knows how to drive a tractor, but isn't very good. She's very strong. And again, that comes into effect. Strong workers will come into effect during harvest times and seeding, planting, watering. The stronger they are, the longer they will last. Like if I click on this one, it's ready to be harvested. You can choose them yourself, or you can do an autofill, and that works very well. See now, out of all the workers that could have been chosen, the autofill has chosen 3 people that are skilled at plant care, and will increase the harvest of the plants while they're harvesting them. So that's a good thing. So accept that. Now, as I said, you could choose them yourself, but that's quite time consuming. You're better off if the AI can't find 3 workers that are skilled at plant care. It will pick the next best thing. It may pick strong workers that will stay there longer. What the workers do will work until they're worn out. They'll go back home, they'll have a rest, something to eat, and then they'll go back. They will do that automatically until they've harvested everything. Much more advanced than Farmville, Robert. There is so much you can do on this, and it's quite advanced compared to Farmville. I did play Farmville in the very early stages of it, and this you could call it similar, but it truly, it's nothing like it. Now, as I showed you, you can train your workers, and they can train up to 2 skills from what I've found so far. This one's good at driving tractors, fairly mediocre, and he's fairly good at producing and manufacturing. Now, producing and manufacturing, you have animal care there, animal care again, animal care again. 0 at plant care, but would like to learn, so you might spend and give her 1 skill in that. This is our cows, and the worker there is full at animal care, so he will get the most out of the cows that he can. And like I said, as far as the graphics go, you can zoom right in, and the graphics are fairly nice for the game that it is. Like I said, it's not a simulator, and the animations are good. They walk around, the workers, they do their thing. There's the guy looking after the dairy, so he'll go and do those sort of things. Now we have for silage, we have a silage pit. Now the employee for here should be good at production. It doesn't matter about the animal care, it won't come into that side of it. I have a sheep farm, and this is a list of the foods that the animals are getting. Now, to get that to max is when the animals will produce their best. You can change the allowed food, and you can put it on auto manage. If you've got the foods there, the guy that's looking after the cows will give it to them. Sheep, as I said, they will produce and it's full, is it? Yeah, 15 of 15. The sheep produce sheep's milk, and they produce wool. Cows, they produce not cows, sorry, goats. They have a different diet. They don't quite have enough there. As you can see, they're not full allowed food. There's foods I've got missing for them, which I'm working on right now. And then they will produce more milk. Chickens, they produce eggs, of course. They're not full up either. If you look at the allowed food, they're wanting something else to get them up to the max. Now I've got 2 chicken coops there because there's good money in eggs. This is a warehouse that stores bulk items like hay and straw, stuff like that. Silos that store grains. That one's got nothing in it. This one's got oats and wheat in it. Now this thing here is a small milk producing plant, so it converts milk into different products. I'm currently producing cheese from the cows, yellow, 2 different types of cheese, butter. I'm producing goat cheese and sheep cheese here. Now the thing with this, yes, Robert, for people that like management type games where you don't actually do anything yourself except run the farm, it's a great game to sit back and relax and play. I do recommend it. Now this shed here is a small warehouse as opposed to this one, which is a barn. The small warehouse is where you will get the cheese stored, any herbicides, seeds, things like that you have in stock. Now currently in the fields I've got a field of rye, and over here is a field of corn, which I'm gonna put a chopper on. Now at the present I'm using, this is the silage, I'm using grass to produce the silage at present. You can use crops to make silage, and you can use straw, but I don't have any of those. I'm using grass because I have a grass field here that I can harvest 2 to 3 times a year, getting plenty of grass. Now from time to time you get, if you're running behind, not sure what to do, the jobs that are coming up will pop up here in this top right hand corner. You can click on it and it will take you there. It says strawberries are ready, autofill. Now you'll see there's a symbol there, hand tools. Now, well, you can't drive a tractor into your little greenhouse, so that's your only option there. Okay, so we'll accept that. Now, as opposed to the fields, if you want to do something, you can choose hand mode, and you can see how many workers it'll take to water that field, because it's quite large in the game terms. Or you can select machines. You can do an autofill. It'll choose your tractor driver, what tractor to use, and what type of watering equipment. If this sprayer was being used on another field, I do have a water tanker as well. It prefers the sprayer for some reason. So if we click on that, we will see Sophie leave her house and go. Here she is. There she is. She has a little tractor symbol, which means she's going to get the tractor, and she's using the blue one. And even this is quite well done, the animation of the workers. Now she'll go there and she'll pick up the go over and pick up the sprinkler and take it out onto the field. Let's speed that up a bit, get her going, and she'll deliver it out onto the field, drop it down, and it'll start watering that field. And when it's finished, she will go and pick the sprinkler up and the field will be done. She reparks the tractor and goes back into the house because she hasn't got anything else to do. Oh, the other thing about this milk producing plant, when you purchase it and place it, it comes with its own tractor and tanker and its own small truck to deliver and pick up the milk with, and to deliver the cheese into the warehouse. You'll see a little truck driving backwards and forwards, and the tanker going and picking up milk from your warehouse. I've got two small warehouses. Speak of the devil, here comes the little tractor and tanker. It'll come around here and fill up with milk. Here is where you store most of your small items, and this is where you can sell from too. So you have your sell, buy, etc. Let's get rid of those tomatoes. Now to sell all that you've got, which I don't need tomatoes for anything, you click on that and it will take all and sell. Now I'll do the same for the strawberries. I don't need them for anything, just for money. Sell. Now we'll just wait a minute. Let's speed it up again. But you get the money straight away, but now she's gone to pick up the sprinkler. That field's been done. But you will see, okay, you will see a small truck coming from town to come and actually pick those products up. Here it comes, two trucks. One for the strawberries and one for the tomatoes. They'll pick them up from the shop and go and deliver them. So there's plenty happens on the map itself. You will see cars driving past everywhere. Now this field is ready to harvest. Okay, again, if I did it with workers, it's going to take a lot of workers to go out there with scythes and cut the grass. But let's use the machines. Sophie gets the job again. She needs to get a tractor and a mower and go and do that. Now, what else? I showed you that you can train your workers. You also need to train yourself, and you do this by going to sending yourself off to university. At present, I am attending the annual agricultural school, which takes a full year to do. And you will get different types of boosts from it. And you need to train in certain things to, say, upgrade buildings, upgrade your farm, etc. There's a whole list there. That's a bit glitchy. I've already done stage 1 of machinery training, financial training. There's several stages for each training course, and they will benefit you as it's listed there in many different ways. There's our mower mowing away there. When it is done, what will happen is that needs watering. What will happen is you'll be able to rake it, and then use the little pickup wagon here to deliver it into storage so it can be made into silage. It's all quite realistically done. It doesn't skip any stages. If I've got straw on a field, like I think I'm going to get straw off this rye field, I will rake it and I will bale it, and you can store the bales and use them later if you wish, or you can sell them straight away. I do recommend the game for people that like simulation games. It has got a reasonable learning curve, and your vehicles do need, this is the health of the vehicles parked in this garage. You can go through them and let's see if I can find one that's getting worn out, and you can call a mechanic in from town. He'll drive out in his pickup and come and repair the vehicle. It doesn't look like I've got any bad enough to show you that. No, I do not. To purchase a vehicle, you do need storage space for it. You can't just buy a vehicle without having a garage, so you will need something like that. So all in all, you can manipulate the map any way you want. You can look at it from all angles. I've been playing it now for a few weeks. I've been quite a few hours on it, and there's nothing I can think of to say, oh, I wish I could do that, or I wish it had that. I'm not getting that feeling yet. Of course that could happen, of course. Might get to that point, but at present I'm pleasantly surprised at how well it's been done. I'll just go through and try and make some money for the stuff I don't need to store. Now also, as far as production goes, there's many buildings. I'll go through them, have a quick look at them now with you. Now there's no these prices, of course. You may not, depending on your storage space, you may hold out on the items that you've got for sale that you can sell until the prices rise, but or you may need the money, so you want a quick turnaround. You're still going to make a profit. It's just the size of the profit that you might be missing out on. So that one's been cut. Now I'll ask to have it raked. Picks up a windrower and the tractor. Sophia's quite busy there. The cornfield, it's okay. It could be watered. I think I was just watering that. Yes, I did. Now you'll see a plethora of trucks coming along the road because of all the items I sold. Each truck only holds one item when it comes to pickup. Here's another one. Doesn't need watering, doesn't need watering. What else? Yep, buildings wise. Let's pause that. Now you can build for animals. Now you can see the greyed out ones, and you can see it like this one, for example, a rabbit warren to breed rabbits. Training is required in the annual agricultural school, which I'm currently doing. Training is required in breeding and farmers training. Same with all these, they will require different training methods that you have to personally go to school for. So I think that's good. I quite like that. And we've got housing, because I've got my own house. I can't upgrade it yet because I don't know, I don't need to. The house is big enough. I'm not some billionaire farmer, so I don't need to upgrade it. This is a house for permanent employees, and you can hire seasonal employees. This is the upgraded farmer's house. Oh no, this is the normal farmer's house. You can only have one, of course, yes. Garages, there's different types. This has 6 small slots for things like mowers, seeders, stuff like that. 3 mediums, one might be for the rake, plough, etc. A large one, it holds 3, and it's a covered one, and a large one that holds 4. Which are these? I've got a different types. This is the large that holds 4, the large that holds 3, a small one there for the smaller equipment. There's not a lot more I can say. Production, a juice factory, like for my apples that I grow, I could turn them into apple juice. It tells you down the bottom there what juices it'll produce. I could do tomato juice as well. A slaughterhouse, and of course for all the different types of animals, and a frozen food factory which will store that and make it a bit higher priced. But I can't build those anyway, I don't have the money. That's the only thing holding me back there. I've already got one of those, so I don't, well, I can't afford a second one, but you could have 2. What do we got here? That's a small slaughterhouse, a small milk producing plant, which is what I've got. Small frozen food, so you could do it all small, and this is storage for silage after it's produced. On this tab we have things like the small warehouse, a barn, a warehouse with cooling for, you know, to store meat in, a small silo, a medium silo for your grains, manure storage for manure, and a large silo. And here, miscellaneous stuff. This is where your greenhouses are, a well, a water pump, etc. Wind turbine station. Turbine allows you to generate electricity that you can sell to a power plant. Things like that. Scarecrows, fences. You can pretty the place up a bit at your heart's desire. I think the game has got a little bit of everything. I don't think, in my opinion, it really needs much more adding to it. There's a lot of equipment, everything you would want to do whatever job you think you might need to do. They're all there. You've got new and used. Let's take, yeah, here we go. We're looking at all used equipment. Now, a lot of the used equipment, it may be cheap, but it could be in bad condition. But I've found that it's cheaper to buy second hand and call a mechanic to come and fix it than it is to buy brand new. The brand new stuff does last longer, yes. You'll be calling out a mechanic more often for used stuff, but if you're struggling, it's the way to do it. Here's the market, general market. You can click directly on that to sell items that you've got or buy whatever you need to buy in. Weed sprayer, seeds, whatever. Here we got, oh, what is that one? Oh, what's in the warehouse. And of course a little bulldozer that you can go around and demolish things with. I can't do it out there because it's not my place. But yeah, I would, if you like management games, it's well worth a try. You can lose many hours in here just leaning back, having a drink, enjoying the and enjoying watching the other workers work around, which is, let's face it, what management is all about. So thank you for watching. If you have any comments, please leave it in the comments under the video. If you like what you saw, please give me a like, and if you think about subscribing, I thank you so much. So again, everyone, take care and have a great day or night. Bye all.